Hi, this is Hannah and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by and I hope you will become a regular subscriber. If you are returning, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Okay, so today I'm adding another video to my Amazon favorites. I am always looking for ways to save money as a crafter. A couple of weeks ago, I was watching a video at Incylicious, and she used an acrylic paddle to position her images, and I thought, oh well, that's kind of a neat idea. I like that, so I went to their site and I was going to order the paddle, and then I guess because of EU rules or whatever they could not ship to the United States. And so I thought, well, it's, I'll just make my own. And so that's what I did a couple of weeks ago. And I noticed they put out a new video where they have a round one and they have a larger square one. Since I was already using these acrylic sheets to create my stamp blocks, my husband cuts stamp blocks for me, and he's put handles on them, and he put a little finger loop thing on there so I could stick my finger through and get a better grip on it. So he just, whatever I say I think I need, he just makes it for me. And I'm just going to share with you what he did for me. I used to buy a lot of blocks for stamping, and then my husband made some from some scrap pieces of acrylic that he had in his shop. And I thought, oh, I can save a lot of money by not buying acrylic blocks and just having him cut them for me, and I can get whatever size I want, whatever shape I want, and I won't have to depend on what is just standard. So this is the brand that we've been using recently. You get two 12 by 12 1/8 inch sheets in here. Well, one of them we've already used, and I'm going to show you how we used it. But so the sheets are protected. They have a little film on them, so when you first get it and you take it out, and it's going to have the little corner protectors on it, and it will have a film. Obviously I'm not going to peel my film off because I'm not ready to use this, but the film is on both sides and you need to peel that away. This acrylic cuts cleanly and you don't get any rough edges. Now I don't know how to cut acrylic, so I leave all of that up to my husband. He's an engineer. For this time, what I wanted, I was watching a video and I saw these paddles. The company is not in the United States, so when I went to their site to try to order this particular item, I couldn't order it because it didn't weigh enough or way too much, or I'm still confused about exactly what was going on. But the long and short of it was they couldn't ship it to the United States. And then I said, okay, come on, it's just a piece of acrylic cut to a shape, And so I told my husband, I'm going to order some acrylic, and I want you to, because you put your stamp on it like this, and then you can position items on your paper. If I were going to stamp this into a scene, I would be able to use this to do that. And so I thought, well, he can do that. And so I ordered the acrylic. My husband cut it down, and the thing was, I got 3 paddles out of one sheet, and one of them is a little smaller. Now out of the second sheet, he's going to do 2 more for me. One is going to be much bigger. It's going to be so that I can put an entire scene on one paddle. So he's going to work out the measurements, and then the other one is going to be a little smaller. He did make one smaller, but it wasn't, this one. He made it smaller, but it's not quite small enough. So he's going to make one just a little bit smaller than this one. There's a round one that you can buy, but I didn't see any reason to cut a round one because I don't know what I'd use it for. So if you're trying to do some stamping or whatever, and you need a special shape, you can just, and if you have the ability, or if your spouse or someone has the ability to just cut it, these are really nice. And they're thick. They resist the heat, because when you're using tools to cut these, it generates heat, which could, I guess, like melt your edges or whatever. But this, it resists that, and so you get like these clean edges on your project. You rounded the edges, um, and there's nothing, you can run your hand across there, and there's no snagging. So they cut cleanly. And like I said, this is the 1/8 inch size. So I am very, very happy that solved the problem for me. I have the item that I need. It looks exactly the way I wanted it to look. And actually, I now have 3 paddles that cost less than I would have paid if I had to order one. That's a big plus for me. So I thought it would be a good idea to include some stamped images using the stamp paddles. One of the advantages to these paddles is a lot of times I use the black acetate sheet that the stamps are on, and I would use that to position my stamps. But when you have a sheet that has multiple stamps on it and you're trying to peel that thing off, you get all of those stamps. This way you can have just the one stamp, and you can actually, rather than using the acetate sheet, you can just use the paddle. I've used this paddle to position stamps when I'm going to stamp something on my stamp platform, because I really get a chance to play with it, move it around, and then wherever I want it, I can put it down on, and it's there. Because this sticks both, I mean, it sticks both ways, right? So you can stick it down, put it where you want it, close your stamping platform, lift it up, and then stamp where you want it. So I'm very visual. I have to be able to see what I'm doing. That works best for me. So any kind of visual aid like this, any tool like this that's a visual aid, is a great thing for me. So I'm thankful to Inkulicious that they did this. And again, I will put their link down below so that if you can't do the DIY, you can buy the paddles from them if they've solved the shipping issue. And so maybe by putting the 3 paddles in a pack, maybe that took care of the weight issue. So I took some time to just put some stickers on my paddles. I was going to put my name on it, and I was going to have my husband engrave my name on it, or cut some vinyl on my silhouette with my name. But then I decided I wanted to do my stickers because I can change it. I can swap out what I have. Like on this one, I can because I think I can. And then I have just a little Sunday sticker on there. And then this one says, be the light. One today is worth 2 tomorrows. And this one, make yourself proud, be positive. And I thought, so while I'm crafting, I can get motivation. But these are the 3 paddles that he made for me out of the acrylic. Again, the company that sells these paddles, they have one that is this size, and then they have a round one, and then a little smaller one. And I think they sell them now in a pack of 3. But I'll put a link down below to their site if you want to try and order. I haven't been back out there, so I don't know if that by now they've got 3 in a pack, and maybe if you buy 3 and order it in the United States, you can get them. And it may be that they've worked out some distribution things with someone here in the States so that you can get them in the States. But as I said, I don't really want to pay money for something that's very simple to do and that my husband can do for me. This was just for my own use. And I'll have a link down below to these acrylic sheets. And I will disclose that I am an Amazon associate. And even though I am an Amazon associate, that's not really, I don't get enough link throughs for it to generate very much revenue. I do other things with Amazon that are more beneficial to me. But I do like sharing these products when I find them, because crafting is such an expensive hobby. And I think any way that you can save money, and I think this is a great idea that Inkalicious came up with. When I saw that, I was like, wow, why didn't somebody else think of that? That's really cool. But I also think that if I paid $7.50, I think it was $7.50 for one paddle. If I pay $7.50 for one paddle that has to be shipped from Europe, and then I'm paying $7 or $8 for shipping, then I have paid 14, $15 for this, when I can get 2 sheets of this 12 by 12. I think it's $11, and I can create as many paddles as I want. And if I need any other acrylic blocks, I can make those as well. So if you have the means, and I know everyone doesn't, which is why it's good that they're selling them, and I hope that they have entered into an arrangement with someone to sell them in the States, because I'm sure a lot of stampers would like to have these. But if you have the ability and you know someone who can just cut these for you, it's I say it's, my husband says simple. I don't know how simple it is, but he said it's no big deal to cut these. It's no big deal to make a round one, or you can make a S shape, whatever shape you want, if you have someone who knows how to cut and has the equipment to cut the acrylic. So anyway, there you go. That's what I wanted to share with you today. And again, I'll have the links down below to the paddles, to the acrylics, and then to Inkalicious, the company that actually makes paddles that you can buy. So thank you so much for stopping by. If you like what you've seen here today, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, I would love it if you would become a subscriber. I'm trying to post videos more frequently, but I hope you will sign up. And when I do put a new product out, or if I do a creative video, you'll get a notification, and I would appreciate you just popping in and seeing what I'm up to. Okay, thanks again, and I'll see you next time.